To all the participants in today's webinar. We'll allow a couple of minutes to everyone to join in and settle down, and then we'll get started with today's discussion. I will quickly look into the live stream because many of you would want to access the recording of today's webinar, and that's why live stream is crucial. So let me quickly check on that, and I'll be back with you in a few seconds. Perfect. So the live stream is working fine. That's great news. And I can see there are a few participants who have just joined. So good evening and a very warm welcome to you as well in today's webinar. And we haven't started discussing anything yet. And the very first thing that I would want to discuss with you, which I would want to share with you, is about how we are going to conduct today's webinar. How are we going to interact amongst ourselves? So, firstly, in next few minutes, I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then we will go through the various points, various topics in our discussion list today. With respect to our interaction, there are primarily two tools that you are going to use. The first one is the Q&A, which you should use for asking any questions. So if you want to ask me a question, or if there's a query, or if there's something which I've said which is not clear to you, for that you have to use the Q&A option. So if you look down below, that's where you will find the Q&A option. Using that, you have to use the questions, or you have to use that to ask the question. The second tool that you can consider using is the chat option. So at any given point in time, I want to seek your opinion, or if you want to interact with the other wonderful business owners who are joining us here today. So for that, you can consider using the chat option. I will keep both the windows open on the other monitor so that I can keep peeking into them. And if there's anything wherein I can contribute, or if there's a question which I can consider adding in or including in my presentation, I will certainly do that. I hope my audio is clear. If any one of you is having a difficulty in hearing me, please do let me know using the chat option. On the monitor, I can see the audio levels are fine, but still, if any one of you is having a difficulty, please do let me know. And this is where I think we should get started. We have already, or I have wasted 4 minutes of yours, so I shouldn't be doing or wasting any more of your valuable time. So let's begin. Let's get started. So this is where I'm going to now start sharing my screen, and very, very quickly we will get started with today's webinar. And while I am starting to share my screen, let me also give a quick introduction about myself. My name is Adnan. I'm Director SME Commerce Growth at GlobalLinker. My functional or my focus area at GlobalLinker is certainly digital commerce, but I also actively work on sharing knowledge or information with business owners like you, because in today's day and age, the challenge is no more the lack of technology. It was at some point in time, it was, but not anymore, right? So that's where we try to contribute by conducting a lot of training sessions, webinars, workshops, etc. So, and today's webinar is part of that endeavor. So far, I had the wonderful opportunity of conducting more than 500 such sessions, workshops, conferences, training workshops, webinars, etc., in different countries. And uh, I had been blessed to connect, interact, and share a little bit of knowledge with about 12,000 business owners in various countries. So that was a quick introduction about myself. My name is Adnan. I'm going to share my contact details with all of you, and all of you are more than welcome to connect personally with me. So other than the online store setup, Indian Business Portal, even if you want to seek suggestions, or if you want to seek guidance, how should I approach growing my business digitally? If you need suggestions, or if you have created a plan of action and you want to get it expert reviewed or have expert opinion, you are more than welcome to uh, approach me or connect with me. All right. So we will start our discussion with getting a brief understanding about Indian Business Portal. So, firstly, what is Indian Business Portal? Indian Business Portal is a trade hub for Indian exporters and international buyers. So, it basically allows Indian exporters to showcase their products to international buyers, and international buyers can review and connect with you, do business with you. So, that is in simple terms or simple layman's language. That is what Indian Business Portal is. Now, the broader question or a bigger question which comes, that what is the objective? Why is it created? So we understand, right? It's showcasing exporters offering in front of international buyers. Well and good, but what is the purpose? So purpose is twofold. At one end, it wants or it aspires to help Indian exporters have their own digital presence. That's the first objective, which you are also seeing on your screen. Now, digital presence, unfortunately, is a very exploited word. It has been used in so many interactions that everyone seems to have their own imagination or interpretation of this term digital presence, right? Now, just to clarify what digital presence I mean when I'm saying that one of the objective of Indian Business Portal is to help you create your own personal digital presence. What does that mean, right? So for that, I'm going to switch the screen, take you to another browser tab, and help you understand what do I mean that the platform wants to give you or give all of you your own personal digital presence, right? So very, very quickly, I'm going to switch the tab and I'm going to take you to a browser tab where I've opened roughly around 30 different websites. And I'm going to also take this opportunity as I'm showing you various examples to highlight to you the various use cases that you can achieve through these websites, because conventionally or even historically, B2C businesses or retail businesses has been at the front end or forefront of digital innovation or going digital or selling digitally. And that's where a lot of B2B businesses are not able to relate or they're not able to fathom that they can use digital equally effectively or in fact more effectively to grow their business digitally, to generate leads, to generate sales digitally. They're not able to fathom that, and that's where they're not able to realize or they're not able to understand. So that's why the first example that I am showing to you is a B2B example. So this is a online store which is created by an exporter similar to you, that deals or who deals in these products which are used for uh, constructing or setting up sports institutions, stadiums, etc. So this is the online store or digital catalog that they have created. This is digital presence. Let's use that digital presence term as we are trying to understand or create a understanding about that term, right? So this is their digital presence that they have created on the platform. Now, you must be getting a feeling, you must be getting an imagination, right? This looks like online shopping, so people must be coming and they must be buying these products. No, your understanding is slightly not accurate. I'm showing you one of their product, and this where you can see the interaction is send inquiry. So unlike a typical online shopping website wherein you can go and you can see the product and you can place an order, this is where the business is generating inquiry, right? So if there's a prospective buyer, there's a buyer from, let's say, some Gulf country, and they're establishing a new stadium there. And for that stadium, they need these ground rollers, so they can very conveniently come here and they can send them an inquiry that we are interested to buy 10 of these products. Give us the pricing, give us the quotation, and this is where you have to do the delivery, etc., etc. And if additional information is required, they can contact the buyer again because they have the contact details. So the seller has the contact details, so they can contact them, get the clarification, and then provide the quotation. And that's how they can grow the business. Now, one very interesting question or counter question, which was asked in one of the webinars or interactions I was having with exporters like you. And their point of view was, what is the need of having this kind of detailing on the website, right? So they could have just created a 5-page website wherein they could have just created these pages like about us, our partners, our clients, and the products that we deal in. What is the need? What is the requirement? One requirement that is understood is that the product has to be showcased on Indian business portal. But why can't just display information about the businesses and not about the product? And this is where we have to take into consideration how the business search processes have been evolving, right? So when international buyers nowadays are searching or they are looking for suppliers, they are not looking just as the business information, they are searching for specific products, right? And if you don't have specific product information on your website, your chances of getting shortlisted or your chances of getting inquiry are bleak or very low, right? So that is where it is extremely important that you should be adding each product individually. And this is a very, very common mistake which I see exporters doing when they're creating their digital catalog, when they're attempting to list their product. What they do, for example, they deal in edible item, let's say they deal in basmati rice, and they also deal in engineering product, let's say they deal in walls. They just create one product, basmati rice and walls, or for all the edible product, let's say they deal in pulses, basmati rice, wheat, millets, etc. Just one product. No, you have to upload them individually, because otherwise you are doing harm to yourself, because the search is product specific. It is no longer supplier specific. It is product specific. Yes, business information that you are going to add on your website will have an impact, will help you. But because the primary search is happening around the product, and if you don't have the product on your website, you are missing out in the action. You are not just missing out the action, you are out of the game, right? So you're not even on the playground if you're not doing that. So please do upload the product. So this is the first example. I will also walk you through a few of the other examples that we have. There's another business that deals in matchsticks, or they are contract manufacturers and exporters of matchsticks. Then we have another example, which is a business that is into export of leather products. Then we have another example, which is entirely different spectrum, and this is a business that deals in products which are used for diamond cutting and polishing. Then we have example from engineering products. They are into walls and industrial walls, pipe fittings, etc. And then we have another example of jewelry. Now, just looking at the product, you must be getting that sense internally. Okay, this is a B2C business. No, it is a B2B business. They are exporters of jewelry. And this is where you can see all the products have sent inquiry. So if there's an international buyer who is interested in buying their products or importing their products, they'll be sending them an inquiry. This is no online shopping website. Nothing of that sort is happening here. So I've shown you the how B2B businesses are leveraging and creating their own digital presence. This is one flavor of it. Many of the participants in the audience may be from B2C, and they must be thinking, okay, this is not relevant to us. What if we want to sell to international customers? We want to do retail. So if there's a customer who wants to buy one unit, uh, can they buy? Do you have that feature? I think that must be there in your mind. Yes, we do have that feature. So I'm going to show you a few examples. This is a business that is into manufacturing and exports of edible product, organic edible products to be precise. This is a business which is into natural beauty products. Now, if you look at the website, it looks like a typical online shopping website wherein you can go and you can place an order. Let's look at one of their products. So this is the product, and as a customer, I can very conveniently do an add to cart and I can place an order, right? I can do that very conveniently. But I mentioned to you that you can, international customers can buy it. And one of the points or counter questions, which a lot of time comes in the conversation, and that is okay, this website is showing the products in INR or Indian rupees, right? So here you can see there's a product and the price is 669 rupees, right? That's the price. Let me highlight that. This is what I'm referring to. So US customers, are they comfortable buying in INR. No, you can show the pricing in USD. I think there is something wrong with this tool. Let me try that once again. Yeah. Okay, so there's something wrong with this tool. Otherwise, what I was trying to show you was that this product can be displayed. Let's try some other product. Probably we may have, let's try once more. And hopefully this time we may be lucky. So let's see what happens if we are able to see. Yes, I think we are successful this time. So we are seeing the product, and this is where you can see the price is automatically changed to USD. And in case you're wondering what is this Adnan showing to us, so this is a tool which is used to see how a website is appearing or the content on the page appearing in a particular country. So I've selected United States. So if a customer from United States is seeing the products on this website, they will see the pricing in USD, and which you can see on your screen as well. This is where I'm highlighting the price, and you can see it is automatically changed because we have given the browser, or this tool has given the instruction that the browser is accessing the website from United States. Whereas here in this case, because we are accessing it from India, that's where it is showing in INR, right? So this kind of options or features which are required for international shopping or international online shopping, they're all available on the platform. Now, related questions which are there. What about the payment? How are we going to accept the payment? So we already have pre-integrated with leading payment gateway providers like Razorpay, EasyBuzz, CC Avenue, EasyPay Pro from ICICI Bank, and PayPal as well. So very conveniently, you'll be able to receive payments from international buyers. Now, with regards to logistic, we have also integrated with a logistic aggregator called ShipRocket that provides international shipment. So using that, you can also deliver to international customers from the platform. All the integrations are already done. And with respect to B2C, we also have integration with ONDC. Using that, you will be able to showcase your products on the ONDC network as well and have additional visibility as well as orders. All right. So this is another example of the B2C store. There's a fairly popular kitchen appliances and kitchenware brand. This is another example of a exporter similar to you using the platform for their ethnic wear business. There's another example. Now, this is another flavor wherein businesses that are B2C focused are using the platform and creating their own digital presence. And these are all businesses like you who have created their own digital presence. There is a third flavor as well. And this is where businesses who want to cater to both the type of audience, right? So at one end, they want to cater to the B2B audience, and at the other end, they want to cater to the B2C audience. So they want to sell in bulk as well as in small quantities. Is that possible? Yes, certainly that is possible. And this is an example which I'm showing to you. And I'm not sure if you are able to understand or comprehend that. So I'm going to open one of the products and show you. So this is a product. And if we compare it with the other B2C example that we're looking at, so here you can see it has add to cart and buy now. And if very quickly, if we look at the hardcore B2B example, so that's where there was just one button, send inquiry. So that a prospective customer or prospective buyer can send the inquiry. Here, in case of B2B, business to business, in case of B2C, business to customer, you have add to cart and buy now. So online shopping, typically online shopping interaction that we are all accustomed and familiar to. Now here, the interaction is slightly different. It has send inquiry, which is the case for B2B, business to business, and it has add to cart, which is a case with business to customer, B2C. So it is basically a amalgamation or a hybrid of B2B and B2C capabilities. You can do both the things on the same online store. At one end, you can cater to the B2B audience. At the other end, you can cater to the B2C audience. Both the capabilities are available. This is the third use case. And in case you are interested in catering to both type of audience, you can do that using the same platform. You don't have to create two separate platforms or two separate websites and manage them and market them. Nothing of that sort is required. So these are a few other examples. This is a business that is into insecticides or products which are used for pest control. So this is also utilizing both the capabilities, send inquiry and add to cart. Now, I also have an example of a merchant exporter's website open here. And I've done that deliberately because in many of my previous webinars, especially around exports, merchant exporters are a regular audience. And a common question that most of them always ask is we deal in a very diverse sort of categories, and if you are creating an online store, in that case, should we create an online store for one category? So for example, I deal in basmati rice, so one store for basmati rice and another store for FMCG products. Should I do something like that, or should I create just one website and upload everything onto that? And the answer is you should create just one online store and upload everything and anything that you deal in. For example, this is a merchant exporter's online store that we are looking at on the screen. So they deal in rice, they deal in coffee beans, matchsticks, mosquito coils, chemicals, etc. Right? So very diverse offering. So all that can come on a single digital catalog or online store. So these were a few examples I wanted to show you to help you understand what do we mean by helping you create your own digital presence. This is your own digital presence that you're creating on the platform, and using that, you are becoming discoverable on the internet, and this is your own presence. So you can promote yourself as well, right? So you're not just dependent on the platform, whatever the platform is doing, you're just dependent on them. No, you also have something of your own that you can promote yourself, and through that you can grow your business digitally, right? So I hope now the first objective of Indian Business Portal is clear. The second objective is to present you or your offering in front of international buyers. Now, just think for a moment from an international buyer's perspective. Just imagine that there's a buyer who's wanting to, let's say, buy or procure basmati rice. Now, if that person hasn't done any business or hasn't been dealing with Indian exporters, it is quite a task for him or her to find Indian exporters who can supply basmati rice. With internet, that is relatively easy. You can now even ask AI, and AI can do that. But still, you have to interact with multiple exporters, look at their profiles, etc., etc. So it becomes quite a cumbersome task. Can we simplify that? Can we make it easier for them so that they can do more business with our exporters? Certainly, we can do that. If we bring all the offerings of our Indian exporters on one platform, then it will be easier for the international buyers to do business with you. At the same time, it will give you more business. So that is the second objective of Indian Business Portal. Now, before we move on to understand or switch on to the other agenda, let me quickly give you a overview in terms of how you are going to list your products on Indian Business Portal, and what are the areas of opportunities that are there on Indian Business Portal. It will give you a bird's eye view into the entire scheme of things. So this is your business, and you are going to create an online store similar to what I just showed you, and you will be creating your own online stores. And once it is created and it is completed, then your listings will start appearing, or you will request for listing, and then once it is approved, you will be part of, or you will be showcased, your business, your products will be showcased on Indian Business Portal, right? So that is how you are going to join or list your products on Indian Business Portal. And I'm going to give you a detailed walkthrough of the process as well. But in a summary or very quickly, this is how it is going to happen. Now, what are the areas of opportunity that are there for you? So there are multiple areas of opportunity. The first one is FIO will put in effort, Federation of All India Export Organization will put in effort to bring international buyers to Indian Business Portal. Now, those international buyers will review your offering, and they can connect directly with you, or they can raise an RFQ. You can participate in RFQ, and through that, you can grow your business. So that is one. The second is because now you have your own digital presence. Now, using that, you can promote yourself digitally. You can do digital marketing, and through that, you can attract relevant international buyers onto your digital catalog, and you can convert them. So that is the second area of opportunity that you have. Third is you're becoming a part of a business community that has members from 150 countries. Using business networking, you can connect in network with them, and God knows, you may be able to connect with a person overseas who may have a requirement for your product offering, or who may know someone who has a requirement for your product offering. So that's the is the third and the last island of opportunity that you have in the entire ecosystem. Hope this is clear, and I am going to walk you through all of these as well. All right. So this is where we will now minimize this presentation, and we will now open another tab and try to access Indian Business Portal. My internet is a little slow today, so please bear with me on that. So this is where we have the live Indian Business Portal in front of us. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you how you are going to do business on Indian Business Portal, because I've told you a very long and very engaging story that these are the benefits that you have, these are the islands of opportunity. But realistically, how the business is going to happen on Indian Business Portal? What is the procedure? So there are two broad processes through which you are going to do business on Indian Business Portal. What are those? The first one is the post buying requirement option that you're seeing on the top of the screen. Now, using this feature, international buyer, this has nothing to do actually with you. This is used by international buyers. So when they're wanting to import or buy anything from India, one option they have, they can use the various search or navigation features that we have here. Using that, they can look for exporters like you, or if they're not wanting to put in the effort and the hard work to look for exporters themselves, what they can do is they can use this feature, which is post buying requirement, and using this feature, they can post or share what they are wanting to import from India, and then the relevant exporters can respond to it. So how does this work? So let me quickly click on it, and it takes you basically to this page. This is where the international buyer shares their requirement. Now, once that requirement is shared or posted, it is reviewed by the FEO's team, Federation of All India Export Organization, which is a government of India's apex export promotion body. It has a dedicated few of its officials who review these requirements, because there's a certain level of due diligence which is required only after that those requirements are posted here. Otherwise, it will impact the trust of the Indian exporters on the platform if irrelevant or fraudulent requirements are posted here, right? So FEO does a level of due diligence here. And after that due diligence is over, then those requirements are posted here. So this is where you can see the number of requirements. And don't be disheartened that only 3 requirements are there. If you click on that view all button, and I think let me show you that once again. There's the view all button. So you click on it, it will take you to another page, and where you will see the various RFQs which are there. So you can see there are hundreds of RFQs which are there, and they are only live for a particular period of time. After that, they are closed. So it is required of you that you should submit the requisition as quickly as possible, right? So all you have to do is to click here, and then the form opens up, and in the form you have to just fill in the details, and the requisition gets completed. But before we go any further, let me explain to you how this process works. So I've already explained to you how the requirements are shared. So either using the post buying requirement option, the requirements are shared, and otherwise many regular international buyers who regularly source from India, they are known to FEO, and they directly approach FEO that this is what we are wanting to import from India this time, or through trade commissions or embassies that we have across the globe. Through those embassies and trade commissions, FEO get the lead that there's this international buyer who's wanting to import that product from India. So whatever the source may be, all of them are showcased here, right? So all those requirements are showcased here, and then you are asked to submit your response. Now, once you are submitting the response, or once you have submitted the response, after that, again, a level of cleanup and check happens, because in the past we have noticed that many of the irrelevant or unqualified exporters have also submitted the response, and that created a unpleasant impression, or not so good impression in front of the international buyers. So that is where FIO also does this effort, wherein they review all the responses and ensures that all the responses are correct, all the information are added properly, and then it is shared with international buyers. Now, after the international buyer receives that information, they review it, and then they decide to connect with you. How are they going to connect with you? They have many ways in which they can connect, but typically there are three, four ways. One is they ask FIO that these are the exporters that we have shortlisted. Can you please arrange meetings with them? And then FIO will reach out to you and schedule a online meeting with the international buyer. That is one method. The second method is wherein the international buyer will directly approach you that you had submitted the requisition and we would want to meet you. When are you available? So that is the second method. Third is they will shortlist the suitable exporters, and then they will ask FIO that please ask these exporters to connect with us, and we want to discuss the transaction or details further. So in that case, FIO will share their contact details with you, and then you can connect with them, right? So this is how it is going to happen. Now, with respect to timelines, you should consider 3 to 4 weeks as bare minimum timelines for getting a response on these, because very often we get calls or emails on our help desk that I had submitted a response to an RFQ on Indian Business Portal, but I haven't heard back when is international buyer going to connect with us. And when we do a interaction or investigation into that, we realized that the person had submitted the response yesterday only. So always remember there's an end date. After end date, it will take about 5 to 7 days for FIO to do the cleanup work. And then it is shared with the international buyer, who will take around 2 weeks. So on a broader scale, 4 weeks is something that you should keep in mind. Now, this is a very, very simple process. All you have to do is to click on this button and you can submit your response. It requires basic details about your company, about your business. But there are two important points that I would want to share with you. And these are again based on review of literally thousands of responses. The first point is we have observed that many exporters, when they're submitting the response, they're not going through the details. So when you'll click on this button, and another page will open up where all the details are listed about the requirement. This is where you can see only the name and the country is written. Nothing else is available. When you click on it, it will take you to another page where details are listed. Please review the details and get a clear understanding of the requirement. If still you are not very clear about the requirement, you can approach FIO. I will share with you the email ID. On that email ID, you should drop an email that this is the RFQ I'm wanting to respond to, and these are my questions. And if the FIO officials have a information on that, they will respond to you. They'll provide the information immediately. If they don't have the information, they'll get it from the international buyer and provide to you, right? So be absolutely clear. If you have any doubt, ask it. Better to ask it rather than having a not so good situation or getting into a not so good situation with international buyer, right? So that is one point. The second point is it will have questions about your experience of exporting that product or dealing in that product. Now, many times we have seen that exporters, when they're submitting their response, they just type, yes, we have experience, or they simply type yes. No, the purpose of that question is to help you explain that these are my capabilities, these are my USPs, and these are the reasons why you should be hiring me. Sorry, I have a bad throat. So this is the reason why you should be doing business with me, right? So this is as if imagine there's a international buyer standing in front of you, and the gentleman has asked you a question. Why should I be doing business with you? You have to simply answer that, right? That's exactly what you have to do in the form as well. Many times, like startups or new exporters ask me this question. We don't have any experience. What should we do? So if you don't have any experience, there is something unique that you must be bringing on the table. That's what you have to focus on. And you should be very upfront and candid about the fact that you're a new business and you don't have a lot of experience, but this is the USP. This is a unique thing that you're bringing on the table. Your sourcing is good. Your product quality is, you have certain certification, you have certain manufacturing process, whatever the case may be, you have to highlight that. You have to give a reason why the international buyer should be choosing you, and that's what you have to do, right? So this is one of the method using which you will be doing business with international buyers, and this is not the only method. There's one other process, as I mentioned earlier. Now, let's quickly look at one of the products, and I'll try to explain that as well. So I'm just opening one of the products that we just saw on the home screen. And as I mentioned, my internet is a little slow, so it is taking longer to load. So this is the product that we were seeing. And just imagine that I'm an international buyer. I operate a boutique in one of the European countries, and I am interested in these kind of products from my boutique. So I want, let's say, 10 pieces of this particular sari, and I am interested. This product looks very interesting. So my obvious inclination or requirement will be to understand what else do they have. And that's where, if I see this is the exporter, I can click on their name and it will take me to their profile. And when this profile opens up, you'll notice all the products which are there from this particular exporter, they are all listed here, right? So it is directly linked to my action or my requirement, that as an international buyer, that I want to see, okay, I am interested in one product, what else do they have? So this is where with just one click, they can see what else they have as a Indian exporter. So I can go through their catalog and I can see, okay, this product is looking nice, this is looking nice, etc. So I can make that selection. And when I've decided, okay, they have fairly nice collection, let's understand more about this business, and then we'll take a decision of connecting with them or not. And that's where before I think of taking their name and Googling it, I already see there is a about us section. Okay, there's about us information. And a lot of information is about added about them. So I can review it very, very easily. And they have also provided that when they just started the business, the legal entity, and what are the countries where they have already exported. There's a lot of information which I wanted to get a better understanding about this business. It is all available here, right? So, and I can also see there's a certificate that they have uploaded. So it looks like I can review that certificate and I can understand, right? This is a genuine business. This is not a hypothetical or a fictitious organization, right? So it's a genuine business. So all the doubts which I had related to the business, they are all clear. I know the catalog, they have very nice products, and I've read about them. It looks like a genuine business. All the information, and they have provided their certification as well. Now, all the doubts, all the apprehensions which I had, they're all clear. Now I decide to move ahead. Let's contact this exporter from India to buy products from them. How will I contact them as an international buyer? One of the very common method or a very popular method these days is a request meeting, which you can see here. So using this method, very frequently international buyers schedule meetings with you. And how are they going to do that? So they'll click on request meeting. In the next overlay, they'll provide you the time when they would want to meet, the meeting link, and other information, etc. And you will get a request, right? So it is not like they are scheduling a meeting at a particular time and date. It is not like I want to meet you at on Friday at 9 p.m. Nothing that. They're proposing that I would want to meet you at, let's say, Friday 7 p.m. Are you available? That kind of interaction, right? So it is not a instruction, it is a request that I want to meet you. And then you can respond if you're available. you can respond that, sure, we can meet, and then you can just add that to your calendar and you can meet them on Friday at 7 p.m., right? So that's how it is going to happen. But if I was in your place, I will be firstly very excited, but I will be equally worried. Okay, this is very nice thing that they can schedule a meeting with me, but how will I know, or how will I come to know that there's a gentleman in Europe who is wanting to have a meeting with me? How will I know? Will I get an update, or someone will call me and tell me that there's a meeting which is happening? Obviously, no one is going to call you, but you'll get an email update that this person is wanting to schedule a meeting with you. But what if I miss out on the email, right? As an exporter, I receive hundreds of emails every day. Unfortunately, that's the reality with almost every one of us, that we receive so many emails. It is not practically possible to go through all of them. Or sometimes what happens, there's an important email which has come, and there are 100 emails on top of it, and we miss out on that, and later we realize, oh, okay, it was such an important email and we missed on it. So to avoid those accidental misses, we have also created a section here on the website. So this is the control panel of one of the demonstration store that I'm showing you. And if you go to, sorry, I think I got logged out because this panel was open for quite a long time. Okay, I got logged out from the account also. Let me re-log in. Just allow me a quick second. I am trying to show you this section or the place from where you can see these meetings. All right, so we are getting logged in to the account, and now I'm going to open the control panel of the online store. This is the seller panel or control panel. And here we have a feature called My Meetings. This is the option. And on this page, you will see all the future meetings. So if you are having this anxiety that I may miss out on a meeting, I may miss out on an opportunity with an international buyer, so you can just keep having a look at this section every day. It will hardly take you 10 seconds to have a look at this page. So log into your account and just come and see this page. If there is an upcoming meeting, it will be showed here. And if there are any meetings that are happening today, it will be showed here. And I'll also request that you should specify the working days and working times so that the international buyer, when they're scheduling the meeting, they can request, or when they're requesting for a meeting, they can request accordingly. All right. So this is the place where you will see all the meetings. Now, the second most popular method is contact seller, which you can see here. Now, using this feature, they are sharing their contact information with you. So their name, their company, their country, their contact, their designation, their contact information, all that information is shared with you. Now, again, how as an exporter you will know? So you'll get an email update, and all these contact requests are also added to the control panel. So if you go to the customer section, that's where you have the contact us messages. That is where all these contact seller requests which have come, they're all displayed here. So you can review and you can respond. So obviously you will get an email update, but if you want to be double sure, you can go to that section and you can see all the contact seller messages that you have received. And then you have visit store. So visit store is wherein the person is actually going to your online store and they are then seeing the contact details that you have added, and then they are doing reaching out to you on your email or phone number, right? So it can also happen that you may get a direct call or email from international buyer, and if that has happened, it may possibly happen because the international buyer came in, they see visit store, or they saw the visit store option, and then they went to your online store, and the contact details that you had added there, they used those contact details to approach you. So this where you can see the phone number and email ID. So I can very conveniently send them an email or call them. So they may have used this option. So this is the third method using which international buyers are going to connect with you and do business with you on Indian Business Portal. So I think both the methods or approaches are clear in everyone's mind. Perfect. Now, very quickly, we will cover how are you going to list your products on Indian Business Portal. Now, for that, the very first thing that you have to do is you have to click on this option which says register as Indian exporters, which will take you to another page. On this page, you will see a option called create your catalog. You have to click on that, which will open this page. On this page, you will see there's a video that we have embedded. I will strongly request that you should watch this video before doing anything, because in this video we have captured the entire process in great detail. And if you have any question, if you have any doubt, all that will get clarified. So please do watch this video. And I will also use this video to just walk you through the journey. We are not going to play the video. That will not be a very wise and sensible use of your time. So this step we have already discussed. This is the page from where we opened the video. So this is where you have to just enter your name, email ID, create a password, and then move to the next screen where you will do an OTP verification. And then you have to input your GST number, and then you have to input your company name, legal entity type and location, select an industry to you which you belong to, and then type of business operations that you're involved in. For example, you're a manufacturer, you're an exporter, retailer, etc. So what type of business activities you are involved or associated with, you have to select that. It is a multi-select feature. Now, once you have done that, you will come to the screen. Now, this is where I will take a moment and warn you that you should not be closing this overlay, because what we have seen that many of the users, they are closing this and they are going here and uploading the product. Now, if you are doing this, you will not be able to list on Indian Business Portal. You will be able to list on GlobalLinker Marketplace, but not on Indian Business Portal. Your intent is to list on Indian Business Portal. For that, you should proceed ahead with the journey. All right. So this is where there are three simple questions on the screen which we have to answer, which will bring us to the next screen where there are a number of design themes that we have to review and select. And if you don't like it tomorrow, you can change it. A common apprehension that I very frequently get from exporters is, what if we selected particular design theme and we don't like it tomorrow? You can change it, right? It is very simple, it is very easy, right? And it is kind of a customary practice also. Every 12 months, you should give a fresh look and feel to your website. And one of the easiest way to do that is changing the design theme or design template, right? So select a design template that you're liking and just move ahead. All right. So that is the step number two. The step number three is this overlay. On this overlay, there are two input fields. The first one says store name, and that's where you will see your business name is already written there. So you have to just review it. And if you want to make any changes to it, you can do that. If you want to name the store in the name of your brand, or if you want to create the store in the name of your brand, you can do that. And then you have the store URL. Now, store URL happens to be quite a question magnet. So I'll spend a minute and explain that. Firstly, what is a URL? So URL is something that we type to open a website. So for example, we want to open Google. So we'll type google.com. Similarly, if you want to open this website, which we were seeing earlier, you have to type hkonline.in. Or if you want to open this website, you have to type bhaviapexindustries.linker.store. So we are specifying the URL here. But here, if we just focus on the screen, it has some code written here. So what are you expected to do? So if it has this code, then select and delete it. If the box is empty, then type your business name without space or any special character. So I'll just fast forward the video a little bit so that I can show you what I'm referring to. So yeah, so here we have. So this where you can see the business name is Reliable Fashion Enterprises, and Reliable Fashion Enterprises without space or any special character is added here. So that's what you are expected to do. .linker.store is our subdomain that we are providing to members or business owners like you, absolutely free, of course. If you want to create your digital presence on linker.store, you are more than welcome to do that. If you want to have it on your own domain, you can also do that. So the examples which I was earlier showing to you, this example or this example, this is also live on their own domain. This is also live on their own domain. So if you want to take it live on your own domain, You're more than welcome. In fact, we will help you in doing that. But if you want to use Linker.store, you don't want to invest in domain, you don't want to invest on SSL, you can use Linker.store. You can create your online store and you can list your products and you can utilize it, right? So both options are available and it is entirely your decision. Lastly, on this overlay, you have to click on create e-store, which will reload the page and you will start seeing a lot more options here. Earlier, we were seeing three, four options. Now there are a lot more options here on the screen. Now, what is the next step? So you have to click on store setup, which will reveal the entire action item. And you can see there were four actions which were required and three are already done. There's only one action, and that is to add minimum one product. And when you click on it, it directly takes you to the product upload interface. Now, curiously, many exporters have asked me in the past that we have the product data available in Excel. Can we upload it? Yes, certainly you can do that. In fact, in the video also, we explain the process. Now, the product upload process is explained in this video in great detail. So we are not going to invest your valuable time there. I will just touch upon two important facts. One is GI products. If you deal in GI products, then you have to switch on the toggle button and you have to select the GI category and subcategory and also upload the GI certificate, because without uploading a GI certificate, you cannot showcase your product as a GI product. Now, in case you're wondering what is a GI product, I think we will have to yeah. All right. So now I can go to Indian Business Portal and show you. So GI products are the unique products which are there from a particular location. So for example, Varanasi, right? So Varanasi is popular for a Banarsi sari, but they are also very popular for wooden lacquer toys. So if I quickly open one of the products, wooden sindoor box. So this is a GI product. And here, I'm not sure how big it is there on your screen, but this is where you can see this is GI product emblem. And this is where you can see GI product, Varanasi wooden lacquer toys. So uh, if you are dealing in a GI product, then firstly toggle it that it is a GI product, select the category and select the subcategory and upload the GI product certificate. So that is one point I wanted to discuss with you. The second point is related to the category and subcategory. So here you can see category and subcategory. This is very important because what happens that a lot of time when exporters are listing their product, they don't do this category mapping, and because of that they're not able to showcase their products on Indian Business Portal. So what this functionality works or serves, for example, you are an exporter who deals in, let's say, honey. So you deal in honey, and then you would want to showcase your products here, because anyone, any international buyer who's wanting to buy honey will certainly come here. They'll come to the honey category to see which all exporters are there who are supplying or offering honey, right? So that's where I will go instinctively, or I'll use the search. Now, as an exporter, it is your duty and responsibility that your product should be there in the right category. How will you do that? So for that, you will be using the category and subcategory options. So you'll select the category, you will select the subcategory, and that's how you will tell, right? So you'll select food and beverages and honey so that you are ensuring that my product is displayed in the right category. All right. Now, this category list is very, very exhaustive. It has more than 4,500 categories and subcategories, but it is not the universe. Every now and then we come across requests from exporters who are suggesting new categories. And if you also happen to see that the category to which your product belongs is not listed there, then please do reach out to us and we will be more than happy to add that category to the navigation. All right. So that was the second point I wanted to discuss with you. Now, we will skip the video. So we'll just skip the entire product upload process. You can review it whenever you have time. For the benefit of time, we are skipping that. So once you have uploaded minimum one product, on the top of your screen, you will see there's a house-shaped icon. You have to click on that. And once you have done that, it will bring you to the screen. This is where you'll see there's a button which says unpublish, you have to click on that, and which will publish your store, and you will see a congratulatory message on completing the setup of your online store, and confetti will start falling from the sky. So that's the end of the journey. But your work doesn't end there. So I'm quickly taking you to the control panel of the demonstration store. Now here, once you have done that journey, you have to immediately go to the product section and upload the remaining products. So if you don't have a very large catalog, you can upload the products one product at a time, or you can upload them in bulk if you have a large catalog. So if you have to upload more than 10 products, I recommend that you should be uploading them in bulk. So you can use the bulk upload process. So once the products are uploaded, the very next thing that you should be focusing on is the beautification, the aesthetics of your online store, so that you can go to the theme section, select a suitable theme, or make changes to it, store preview to upload banners, etc., to navigation to set up the navigation. Now, for benefit of our members and exporters like you, we have added the tutorial videos in the panel itself. So if you are getting confused, just watch the video and you'll have the information. All right. So we select the theme, upload the banners, set up the navigation, go to the pages and activate the policy pages like terms and condition and privacy policy, even on the website which are not doing an add to cart or which are not accepting orders. You need terms and condition and privacy policy. Just review and update it. Once all this is done, then you should do, once you are confident that everything is done, my online store is completed, then you should go to Indian Business Portal, which is just below my store. You have to click on that, which will open this page. On this page, you'll see there's a form. You have to fill up this form. Again, it is a very simple form. You have to specify whether you're a FIO member or not. Import and export code. You have to upload, add the IC code and verify it. And then what is the legal entity type? When did you start your business? What is your operations type? Are you a manufacturer or a merchant? Are you a MSME? What is the export turnover of previous 3 years? Countries you have exported to, countries you would like to export to, number of employees. You have to upload your license certificate, and any number of license and certificate can be uploaded. And lastly, what are the advantages or innovations? This is where you have to give a reason why international buyers should do business with you. And lastly, what type of proposals you are interested to receive from international buyers. Once you are done, you have to click on save, which will take you to the second step or the second stage, and that's where you will see a pop-up like this. On this pop-up, you will see it has two parts. On one part or the left side of the pop-up, that's where you have do's and don'ts. But most important is this video. Please do watch this video, because in this video we have clearly listed out what are the mistakes or issues which can prevent you from being listed on Indian Business Portal, and how to fix those mistakes is also clarified in this video. Please do watch the video. So that is one thing you should do before submitting the request. And the last thing that you have to do is to agree to the terms and then click on submit. Your request will be reviewed by our team. And if everything is in order, within 2 working days, your products will start appearing on Indian Business Portal. If there's an issue, they will reject your request, but they will clarify why they are rejecting your request, and then you can fix that issue and you can submit the request back again. So this is how you are going to list your products on Indian Business Portal. And this is where I'm going to now turn off the screen share and we will break into the question answer round. So if you have already not added your question in the Q&A, please do that. And if you've already done that, so I'll take up your question shortly. I did mention to you that I'm going to share my contact details. So let me quickly do that while you're adding your questions in the Q&A. So in the meantime, let me do that. And while I am sharing my contact details, I'm also going to share the contact details of our help desk, because I imagine that many of you may be doing this for the very first time, and you may get stuck with one issue or other. So do feel free to reach out to our help desk. All right. So you have my contact details, you have the contact details of the help desk, including the phone number, and you can reach out to them. So I've added both the details. I'm going to quickly look into the question. one question, and the first one, which is from anonymous attendee, and their question is they already have a website. What are the additional benefits? So there are a lot of benefits which are there as compared to a website. Firstly, you're showcasing your product offering, and I'm imagining your website also has a product offering. So this platform that you're becoming part of allows you to list on multiple marketplaces or discovery platform, primarily B2B marketplaces. I'm not referring to B2C marketplaces like Amazon and Flipkart, B2B marketplaces like Indian Business Portal, GlobalLinker Marketplace. So you can showcase your product offerings there. If you're into B2C, you can showcase your ONDC as well. So you can very conveniently do that. Now, the second part of your question was that can I link my existing website with Indian Business Portal? That is not possible because by now you must have already guessed. So there are so many custom features which are developed to help international buyers do business with you. Now, those features may not be available on your website. And that is one reason. Second is data consistency, because you may have structured your product data in a particular way. I may have structured my product data in a particular way, and it will create a big mess if you are trying to do that, right? So you will have to list the products here. Now, if you need help or any one of you need help, we have a paid service available using which you can get the entire setup done by us. So our team will do the setup on your behalf. It is a paid service and you can subscribe to it. I'm sharing the link to that service. Using that, you can subscribe to it. Next question was fairly long, so I was just going through it. So this is from Mr. Bopanna. So Mr. Bopanna, I will request that you should send an email on ibp@fio.org, and a FIO official will be able to guide you. I'm going to chat to you the email ID. And I'm also going to share this email ID here in the chat with everyone. Next question I can see is from Yasmin. So Yasmin, you are a service provider, so you can also list your offering on the online store and then try to offer your offering to exporters as well as international buyers who are wanting to ship or avail of shipping services. And I almost forgot. I was about to share with you something. If it comes back, I will share that with you. No worries. Another question, anonymous attendee, they're facing a problem with the GST verification. So if any one of you is facing any problem with GST verification or anything, I've given the help desk contact details. Please do drop an email to our help desk, and one of our help desk representative will connect with you and guide you. Right. So just drop an email. It is very simple: info@fio.globalinker.com. And I have shared the email ID once again in the chat. All right. So what I was intending to share with you is the link of a WhatsApp group. So we have created a WhatsApp group. It is called IBP Support WhatsApp group. So I'm going to share the link in the chat. The basic objective of this WhatsApp group is to create a place where if any one of you is facing any issue, you can very quickly and conveniently connect with us. Many of our colleagues are part of that group. So you can just drop in message and someone from our team will connect with you. So please do join that WhatsApp group. I've added the link in the chat. And I am not seeing any more questions in the Q&A. So this is where I believe everything is clear and understood. With regards to the recording of today's webinar, you will get that on the email that you have used to register for this webinar. I can also share with you the link of today's recording if you want. So I'm just adding that in the chat. All right, so I've done that. I've added the link in the chat. Any which ways you are going to get the recording, or more convenient, just go to YouTube, search for GlobalLinker. So in my name tag, you must be seeing GlobalLinker. Just search for that and you'll find our YouTube channel. And that's where in the live recording section, you'll find this video on the top. So you can also do that. You can use the link, or we will be emailing you the recording of today's webinar. All right, perfect. So this is where I think we should conclude the session for today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being part of this webinar and being part all along. I hope you found this session informative and you are going to use this information to grow your business digitally. If you have any difficulty, if you have any challenge, if you have any problem, please do feel free to reach out to our help desk and we'll be more than happy to help and guide you. Wonderful. Bye-bye from our side.